Tell us a little more about the book Free Agency. Is it free agent or free agency?
It's a free agent.
Free agent.
Yeah. So when it came to the book, I really, like I said, I was at a time of uncertainty, a time of change, and I just thought to myself, what are those things that are going to help take me through this moment? And then what matters most in life. Like I just had all these different truths that came to me during that time as I was writing. And I was in Starbucks writing, I went to Waffle House, wrote a little bit, and I really thought about just different people in different walks of life and where they would be at. So I talked about the intangibles that help you to get through that point. So confidence, having true self-confidence, having true self-discipline, giving back, just all the things that really when you strip yourself away from your job, the money, all the things that
everybody's a free agent.
Yeah, when you strip yourself from all those things that the world tells you means success, like who are you? And that's where I was really trying to get to, and it was definitely something that was enlightening and very therapeutic for me.
How about game changer? What exactly is game changer?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm glad you asked. So when it comes to game changer, I just believe, first of all, there's three levels of engagement. And from my world, I broke it down like, so you got the bench warmer mentality. You have those who are just happy to be there. They lowest form of engagement. They just they're just there for a paycheck. They're not really trying to do anything monumental. So that's your bench warmer mentality. The next one you have is your role players. Those are the ones who have all the talent, all the ability. They have all the resources, but they're not going to go over and above. They're going to do just enough on your team. Guys like that they're not going to try to make a big play. They're just going to do just enough to just go by the playbook, and that's it. And then last but not least, you have your game changer. And those are the ones who set the tempo. Those are the ones who are always going hard, not because you're paying them more, not because they get more recognition, but that's just who they are. And I feel like we should all in life strive to be game changers no matter what we're doing. And that doesn't mean try to, make $100 million or be at the top. That means wherever position you are in life, like be the best at what you do.
Who are you a mentor for?
Man, I really try to make myself available to as many upcoming athletes, especially those guys who are at University of Georgia right now. So I talk to guys like Roquan Smith, Davin Bellamy, DeAndre Walker, Nicole Hartman. Now, I really try to be that voice of just reason and try to tell them, hey, this is going to come up, man. Watch out for this obstacle. And I feel like that's my obligation. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to look out for each other. So anything when it comes to mentorship, mentoring those athletes or business professionals, I really, really just try to be that voice and try to create other leaders.
How about the topic of paying college athletes? I know you got some big feelings on that.
Oh yeah. So for me, I think paying college athletes, I think that narrative is so worn out. That's an argument that's never going to end, and I think it's actually the wrong. It's not the most important narrative. I think one of the biggest travesties, one of the biggest injustices, is the fact that guys can't profit off their name. They can't use their own brand. Like, you think about the ridiculousness of that. Like, in no other scenario does that exist on a college campus. Like, you can't imagine if Harvard had told Mark Zuckerberg he couldn't start Facebook. He had to shut it down because he had a scholarship. So that to me is the biggest travesty. Like, I tried to start a business while I was at University of Georgia. I put up a Facebook page and I got a call and they was like, you got to shut that thing down. And I had to reapply for my scholarship. And there was another kicker recently who started a YouTube channel. And he could not profit off his YouTube channel. And I feel like that's the biggest crime because when you think about it, for me, so many athletes fail. They say it's 75%, 80% fail after they leave the NFL or whatever. And I believe that so much of that is because for 4 years prior, you're treated as an amateur. You're not able to get any business experience. You're not able to leverage your brand. You're not able to do internships.
Do you feel like when you do get up there, like the first time you did a speech for people in front of a lot of different people, that you felt like God led you through that? Because a lot of athletes aren't usually motivational speakers, they just kind of do their quick interviews after. But for you to be doing what you're doing,
a big thing for me was becoming that hope for kids who, were being doubted by their coach. Or, they would say, man, I would start getting messages after I would speak at a like that. It literally started with me just going to Little League teams and just sharing with them about what it took for me to get there. And that kid or their parent would be like, Rennie, you inspired me, like, or a parent would be like, my son's being doubted, or his coach told me he can't play this position or whatever, but he said Rennie can do it. And so once I understood that influence, like it really told me that it was something more than just speaking, or something more than just like getting up there and sharing my story, that there's really people who can be impacted by it and whose perspectives can be changed. And I think that's the most important, one of the most important things, like I said, compassion as an entrepreneur, not just thinking about your product or your business as just another product or business, like really thinking about the fact that, you're a servant, like you have the chance, whatever it is, to really change somebody's life or change their situation or solve a problem.
I feel like just sitting here, and I probably could speak for the audience, that I've learned so much from you already in this short amount of time that we've been interviewing you. I feel inspired and liberated.
Thank you.
And so, yeah, thank you for being here.